Hello all, I want to thank the new subscribers. Thanks for the support, and I want to mention my opening slide here. If people are interested, this is equinoxes and solstices. All the major religions around the world have this information encoded through their holidays, and a lot of the Renaissance art encodes this as well. If people are interested, I could do a clip on, say, Da Vinci's Last Supper. It's encoded in that as well. Anyhow, I wanted to set up this clip. I took it months ago, and I noticed one object. It's the one to the right of screen that you're going to see here in a second. It was very difficult to see, and the first time I glanced at it, I thought it was an out-of-focus bird. I marked it for a future review. When I went back and reviewed it again, I noticed there's two objects here, and I further noticed that the objects are both coming from behind the clouds at a very high rate of speed. The problem with this clip is it was very difficult to manipulate to make it visible, so I'm going to spend more time on the second object as it's much more visible than the first. I know people will probably say these are birds, but I have analyzed the heck out of this. They're moving way too quick. They're going behind the clouds. They're thousands of feet away from me, and they're both in focus. So here we go. Okay, so this first clip is full speed. Arrow to the right, you're going to go up, and then arrow to the left down very fast. There's one, there's the other. The one at right is the one I saw first. That's the one we're going to take a look at here. Here it comes in on the right. Follow the arrow. That's at 20% speed. Stare at the circle, and that's at 5%. And it's kind of a ghostly looking thing. Now just stare at the circle here. Don't bother to track. If you stare at the circle, you can see that it's coming from behind the clouds, and your peripheral vision will pick up the object. I tried everything I could to make this more visible, so we're just going to go straight to the second object. It's the more interesting of the two, but I'm sure they're related. So this one's going to come in on the upper left. There's the arrow. 50% speed, 150% zoom. The zoom's actually a bit more because the frame size was 720 and I stretched it to fit this frame. You can see how this object is coming in and it looks like it's banking. Now I've really looked at this. I think it's one object banking, but it is possible these are two objects doing kind of a heliacal motion around each other. Right before it goes behind the cloud, one of them seems like it might be pulling away. At any rate, the speed at which this is happening is mind-blowing. This is 10% each time to full speed. Okay, this first one I'm going to put filters on. I've done the best I can to make it more visible, and it's just not working very well. They're almost transparent. You can see that kind of arc or the heliacal motion. This is with heavy contrast and color correction. Alright, now I'm going to run it in forward and reverse, so just track with your eye, back up to the top. He's going to come back down again, and he's going to track backwards again, and come down one more time so you can see the motion. I don't know how this is going to encode. It's like almost an invisible object. Here's the original frame size. I was shooting at 60 frames per second on this object. This is 50% speed. And this last one that's coming up is going to be full speed, so just stare at the arrow or you won't be able to see it. It's so fast. And there he goes, just hypersonic. And there it is, some very strange UFOs. I've not filmed objects like this before. It had me fooled for a while, but they're very interesting. Cheers.